a few fans here.
Nice.
Yes.
Hello.
I am a fan. I've covered you, so I'm a fan as well. So thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
I heard something random. You live in Pennsylvania.
I do, yeah.
What? Like, that is so, usually, like, if you're not from here, like, people know, like, the major cities.
Yeah,
like, I mean, Pennsylvania's great. I love Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's the thing people always say to me. They're always like, why do you live in Pennsylvania?
I mean, why not, I guess, but
it just
random.
happened, you know? That's just where I ended up, and I love being there. It's just an amazing place to live, yeah.
And I hear you have, like, enough room for, like, animals and everything, which I love. What kind of animals do you have?
I've got chickens, no cows or anything yet, but we're just keeping it, you know, manageable for the time being. There's
it's a lot of work.
There's a lot going on, yeah. So, just chickens for now, and I've got some turtles too.
Yeah. But you probably also have like natural things
there's
too,
loads
like
of natural
turkey
wildlife
and deer
there.
and
I've
stuff
got
like
geese
that.
living on the farm at the minute, and their babies are just hatching and stuff. It's really cute. Yeah.
That's so cool. I hear that we have something in common too. I have bees on my property as well. I don't actually. There's a guy who asked.
Bees, yeah.
He was like, "Can I put my bees on your property?" And I was like, "If I can have some of your honey, yeah." I was like, "So I don't even have to do anything. I just get the free honey."
I actually brought you some honey today.
I love honey. I heard about this.
Yeah,
Can we try it? I
yeah,
love honey. I'm obsessed. This is like from your bees.
Yeah, this is my honey. Yeah, try it out.
Here, there you go. You want to try it with me? They gave us 2
spoons. I'll
spoons.
try it out with you, yeah,
Okay.
Let's give it a taste.
I mean, I'm sure you've had it.
Yeah, I have, yeah. This is the first batch that I made, so this is like the first time that we got honey from the bees.
It's so good.
It's really good, right?
Yeah.
Appreciate
I'm like
it.
literally licking the spoon.
That jar's for you.
It's really good. I love it. It's just the coolest thing to. Do you feel like you need that? Like, I feel like I need that in this world, and it gets so chaotic, and we're always around people all the time, and just like somewhere to go, like a sanctuary, just to kind of.
Yeah, for sure,
chill.
man. I think we all need that, you know. I think we all need a place that is safe to us, and a place that we can really, you know, reflect on our lives and think about things. And I like that.
Slow down.
Yeah, slow down. Yeah, slow the pace of things down a little bit, and you know, I enjoy it. I like to work at my own pace as it is. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Well, you have a young daughter. I have 2 kiddos, but is she around 3?
She is. She's 3.5.
That's fun.
Yeah, she'll be 4 in September. It's an amazing age. She's growing up real fast. Yeah.
The girls do. I have a girl and a boy.
Yeah.
And she's gonna put you through it.
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
Yeah.
For sure.
You do something that I think is very cool. You're an advocate for school lunches, right? In the UK, you were a big advocate to make them like healthier and accessible and free, like for kids that can't afford.
Yeah, I think it's feed the children.
Yeah.
There was a big thing that happened in the UK where the funding stopped for free school meals for kids.
Yeah.
And you know, I grew up predominantly relying on that system. You know.
Yeah.
I grew up in less than working class family, and that was really important, you know, for my progression as a human. And I felt that, you know, kids deserved to get a meal in school, you know, if they can't afford it. So it was something I felt very passionate about. I sent a letter to the Prime Minister. He did not get back to me, but we'll just quickly move on from that. And I tried to do, you know, what I could, and then the organisation actually reached out to me and asked me to get more involved. So we're doing a few things coming up with them.
It's very cool, man, to have such a huge spotlight and be able to help, like, the younger version of you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
definitely.
It's the same thing for me.
Yeah, that's one of the major perks of this job, you know. You get to look at things from a different perspective and figure out how can you help out, you know.
May 17th. His current single is called Alienated. On Alienated, you sing the following lyrics: and I've been feeling alienated on my spaceship alone, say goodbye to the past, leave it all with a laugh. I think a lot of people are going to relate to that, this song in general. What is kind of the meaning for you?
This record kind of started with that song. I was in a place where, you know, I was feeling a bit alienated, and that just summed up exactly how I was feeling at that time.
Yeah.
I think it's important, you know, for most people, well, not most people, for every person in life to look back at things, you know, with a different lens, and see things with a fresh perspective. And that was the reason for me saying, you know, leave it all with a laugh. Because I think, you know, whether it's positive, whether it's negative, you can always shape it in your own mind to whatever you want to make it. And that is the sentiment behind that lyric.
Yeah, it's funny, like, even like the darkest situations in my life or hardest things, you know, years pass and you work through what that is. And it does become almost, you can make a joke about it then. You know what I'm saying? You get to that, it's nice to get to that point where you're like, well,
Yeah, you
work
get
out.
the growth, you get the experience, and you
Yeah.
learn something from it. So that's ultimately what you want.
I mean, hopefully.
You know? Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Exactly,
that's
yeah.
the goal. Well, tell us about the lead single. It's called What I Am.
Yeah, What I Am is the first single off the record, and I just felt like it was the best song to transition from the music I'd been doing before into this world. It kind of came later in the writing process of the record, which was weird because it was then the first single. But it
cool.
just, yeah, it helped like tie it over, you know, from the other stuff I'd been doing before.
To bridge the projects,
In terms of lyrical sentiment, I guess I'm just, you know, trying to explain that we shouldn't always be defined, you know, by one thing. A label, a tag, whatever it is.
Because hopefully we're ever changing.
We're ever changing, we're ever developing and always growing. Yeah, exactly like you said before, hopefully anyway, you know.
Yeah, that is the goal. Not all of us make it, it's okay. So you've been working on this album for like, go ahead, you're excited, go ahead. Okay. Very excited. I'm not calling that clap. So you've been working on the album for like 6 years, which I can tell because I took time on an album as well, especially if it's that personal. And you also worked with one of my favorites, Dave Cobb, who I've never been able to work with.
Very lucky to work with Dave
it's
Cobb.
so cool, such a great. So this is a different sound, a different vibe, right?
Yeah, completely different.
Is this kind of where you, not necessarily where you've always wanted to be, but where you just feel like this chapter is in your life?
Definitely, yeah, it's just natural, you know. Like you said, when you're in the writing process and it is something that's so personal to you, the reason it took 6 years is because I wasn't sitting on it for 6 years. It took 6 years to make the record, you know. I was living, something would happen, it would give me inspiration, and then I would go and record a song, you know, based on that, rather than forcing myself into being like, well, this is the end goal and I need 11 songs for this, you know. I just let them come as they came. And it worked out for me, you know. I learned a lot on the job, figuring out this genre. You know, I got 6 years to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then when I played a couple of songs to Mercury, who are my new record label, which I'm very proud to say.
Yeah.
They fully got the vision and they understood what I was trying to do. And then the head of the label, Tyler, he basically said, yo, you've got to work with Dave Cobb. He will understand this and get your vision fully. So we just reached out with like one song, I think it was, and I think he got back in like within the hour, and he was like, I definitely want to do this, and like it's something I'm really interested in.
Yeah.
And we just collaborated then and did the whole album together pretty much.
That's so cool, man. I'm so stoked for you. When did you like really get into music? I know your start, but like how did you really go,
Really
I want to do this?
Yeah, into music, I would say properly around like 15, 16 is where I started like singing properly and like taking it serious. When I was probably about 8, I was in the school choir, and I joined the school choir just because I fancied these girls that were in the choir. And yeah, they were triplets, so it was hard.
I love you so much. Oh, you're like, so had to go.
So, yeah, that's basically where it started.
So all of a sudden I was a tenor, and I was like,
and I wanted to spend some extra time with them, and we got to hang out in choir. So
you do. I was around all my choir friends forever. That's why I was in choir as well. You do hang out with that group quite a bit. Well, I hope they're watching now. Look what you've done, ladies. So you recently made a big announcement. So can you share more?
I did, yeah. I just announced that I'm doing my first gig in London at the Shepherd's Bush Empire venue, which is really exciting. I'm excited to do that. Get back on stage, perform for my fans, you know. It's going to be really cool.
Well, that's incredible. Everybody's stoked about that. It is so nice to see you. We're such big fans here. Everybody give it up one more time for Zayn Malik! His new album is called Women of the Stairs. It drops May 17th.